Hello, hello, hello. Hi. As I record this, it is 2019. Time is just flying by. My brain doesn't feel like it's 2019. I'm still back in like 2015, 2016. This is a quick general hello and art-related catch-up. For those of you who don't know, I do have 3 YouTube channels, so sometimes my brain gets a little bit muddled and I have to crisscross across the channels, so sorry for any repetition. But I thought it was time that I sat down and addressed this channel specifically. Over the course of the year, I have been doing lots of art live streams, and during them I'm quite subdued. I'm calm. Not that this is acting when I vlog, but it's an entirely different setup. My persona's calm-ish, sometimes more depressive. I find that when I'm allowed to talk for long periods of time, my brain does wander and it naturally does start to go down. Sometimes that's why I haven't talked on my live streams. I've just left the camera going and continued painting. I have enjoyed them, but I have to sort of be in the mood. Part of the process that I enjoy is being alone and being able to create without the pressures of everybody watching or people judging or stuff like that. So sometimes I've painted on my own. Like this week I've done tons of painting and haven't taken any photos or anything. I don't think I use YouTube as much to share my art as I could do or have done. I'm aware of that, but I just haven't got the time. It feels like the art community is more focused on Instagram. At least that's how it feels for me. Very instant. I have a few ideas for the future of where I could go, but for now this is where I am. As for art, art is not the primary focus of my life. I wish it was. I wish. The last year or so has been rather complicated and busy. My non-YouTube offline life has been all over the place. I've had so many different jobs. I guess you could say I'm having a bit of a career crisis right now. I am summarising, but although I have my social media, mental health, YouTube work over the last decade, things aside from that aren't going too well, and I'm coming across very upbeat about it, I suppose. No, it's the source of lots of depression and stress and other things. I am working so hard this year to change my direction. One of the things I desperately want to do, one of many, is illustrate and do more art or creative work in my work life, not just as a hobby. I do regard this as a hobby that I can be paid for at times, but it's a hobby. Going off topic, but I desperately want to do audiobooks and podcasts. Just be creative. So we'll see. I've spent the last week self-teaching myself Illustrator. I'm proficient at Photoshop, but I've never been taught Illustrator. And it's been a challenge. I understand the behind the scenes and theory more than I do the application. It's just practice. The more I practice, the better I'll become. I wish I could say the same for digital art, but as for that program specifically, I've been getting better. It's one of my New Year's resolutions to get better at digital art. In regards to art itself though, I am trying to move forwards. I have done so much painting in the last 8 months. I sort of jumped onto a pathway and have been gradually progressing with it. What we used to do in school, especially at GCSE level, you'd be given a title and then over a course of a period, say 8 weeks or so, you would progress from A to B, and then your final exam would show some sort of build-up of all the things you'd covered over your journey. And I think that's what I'm doing right now. I've sort of started my own internal art exam about colour, and I'm gradually evolving as time goes on, and hopefully at the end of it I'll create a massive piece of work. For me it's been exploring outside of my comfort zone, painting with oils, which I haven't done for a long time, but also experimenting with colour in a way I've not done before. As opposed to painting people, painting shapes and painting within the lines, I'm just exploring, I'm just staring at my paintings right now, I'm just exploring colour and the way it all bends and flows together. Feels great. I'd like to talk about it in more depth, specifically about the work I've been doing, but here's some of the basic stuff I've been doing. One of the reasons I can hold this stuff up is because it's dry. Lots of my paintings are currently wet, not only because I've painted them in oil paint, which that in itself is a massive achievement, I will talk about that later, but because I varnished everything this week. Varnished with painting varnish as opposed to a spray. That was scary, but again I'll talk about that another time. I found painting so relaxing the last few months. The only problem is I haven't sold any of this work. I'm too nervous to sell it for the time being. Maybe in the next month or so I'll start putting things up because I've got so many canvases building up. And also people are telling me to sell them. People are asking me to sell them, which is a great feeling. People like my work. So even though lots of this is not currently on Etsy, at some point in the next 2 months, I guess it will be. And I plan to do more paintings like this as time goes on. Also do other work, but continue with this exploration. I have sort of stepped back from social media the last few months, but I do still use social media, just less frequently. And I will put all my links in the video description and comment section downstairs below, including my Etsy store. I closed it for the Christmas holidays, but it's back open, so come and have a look. This is a bit of a random video, but I sort of wanted to say, hi, I'm still painting, I'm still working. Before I go, thank you for all the comments on the work on Instagram in particular over the last few months. Thank you for attending all my live streams, and in general, thank you for your support. I'm in a good place with the art right now, in terms of my own personal painting. I feel like I'm starting this year on a good foot. Okay, that's everything that was in my brain.